Welcome to Grave Concerns, where our mission is to preserve, protect, and remember those that have gone before us. Today's Grave Concerns, John Frances Fulton. John Frances Fulton was born on 14th of November 1900 in Prairie Township, that's in Franklin County, Ohio. His father was William C. Fulton. He was 25 and his mother was Florence Scioto Boucher. She was 20 years old when he was born. I believe that he lied about his birth date of 1898 on his draft registration, making him 19 instead of 17, as his birth record and marriage record both stated that he was born in 1900. Before the war, he was a flour packer for the Gwyn Milling Company in Columbus, Ohio. He enlisted on 12/23/1918. His eye color and hair color were both brown, and he was a private second-class water tender in the Navy, which meant he tended the boiler room on the USS Barker, which was a destroyer of the Clemson Class, built in 1919, and it was decommissioned after World War II in 1945. He married Nellie Harrow on 25th of June 1923 at the age of 22 in Franklin County, Ohio. Although I do not believe that marriage lasted. I couldn't find their divorce records, but later on, they didn't. I don't think they had any children. But later on, she had a child under the name McFarland. He died on the 27th of June, 1932, at the age of 33, and some records reference that he died in China as the death place, but no known reason for his death was found, and he's buried in Galloway Cemetery. The headstone was sent to his mother, Florence Fulton, and he's buried next to his grandmother, Matilda Lambert Boucher, which I cleaned in another video. And that's all I can find out. Without spending a great amount of time, but that's what I found out about him. So as you can see here, let's get to the cleaning. Sort of a weird, I'm used to doing the Civil War ones, which I prefer. They're it seem like they clean up better. But this one, I wet it down. I sprayed some D2 on there, and I cut out the time lapse on there, but I let it soak for about 10 to 15 minutes, trying to keep my brushes wet, using Tampico soft bristle brushes that I bought at Atlas Preservation, and I always try to do it in a circular motion to try to keep the that's what they tell you, to try to keep the stone, I guess maybe streaks in the stone, but I always try to do it in a circular motion as I was taught. This stone, I'll show you at the end of the video. After 2 weeks, it brightened up a little bit. I'm hoping that it'll brighten up a lot more as time goes on. Like I said, he enlisted in 1918, which was World War I. I'm not for sure if that was towards the end of the war or not. I haven't looked it up. But yeah, he was a boiler operator, tender, they called it. That would be a really sucky job, to be a boiler tender on a destroyer. So your whole life is below deck in a hot boiler room. I did a little bit of genealogy to find out that, the lady's tombstone that I cleaned next to his, I found out that her daughter was the Florence Scioto Boucher, and then I found out that his mother was Florence Scioto Boucher, and you put two and two together and you find out, hey, that's his grandmother that he was buried beside. I think they're buried in this cemetery too, although I didn't look for it yet. Now, some of you have commented before, making sure that you keep the stone wet, making sure that you scrub in circular motions using the soft bristle brushes. Um, I'm also thinking about using Orvis, which is another uh, recommended cleaner by the National Cemetery Association. I thought about to save money on the D2 because it is so expensive. What if I do the initial wet it, um, scrape it, wet it again, and then apply Orvis on it, scrub it down, and then go back at the final with a D2. What are your thoughts about that? Will that work? And I've got a little fine bristle brush there to get in the little lettering. Like I said, this one didn't clean up so far like the Civil War stones. This is a different type of stone for me. Wasn't that impressed on it, but hopefully, like I said, it cleaned up a little bit in 2 weeks. I'm hoping that in a month that it'll be bright and shiny. I'm going to do an update on all the stones that I cleaned in this area. I'm going to wash that gray right out of my hair. Like I said, for time's sake, I cut out the wait times between applying the D2, letting it soak in. And a lot of these videos have been cutting out me cleaning on the back side just because you can't see it. Although I'm thinking about from now on doing, the front or doing the back side and then moving the camera around to the front. Let me know if you want to see the front and the back. It's up to you. I can make these things short. I can make them long. Not too long. I think 10 minutes is about longer than anybody wants to see anybody clean a stone. I could be wrong. I watch people mow grass for an hour, so cleaning stone for 10 minutes is probably not that bad. And let me know also if there's anything else that you would like to see. Like I said, I'm still sort of new at this, even though I've been doing it off and on here for the last year. I'm still new because I haven't done that many. I'm going to try to do a lot more. And I just moved, and so I haven't been able to do that many, but I can now that I finally moved. Um, what else? I'm excited. Number one, thank you if you've subscribed to this video or to this channel. Thank you. It's very exciting to see it grow. Um, this is for both of us. I hope you let me know what you'd like to see. Would you like me to see more of these cleanings, or do you like me when I do the walk and talks? Not necessarily all about famous people all the time. I'd like to do some things about cemetery inscriptions. So I'm going to try to mix it up a little bit with walk and talks of famous people, cleaning some headstones, showing you the difference of, between the Masonic Lodge, the Eastern Star, different symbols, what they mean, at least as far as I know. And we're almost done. I'm just trying to put that thing in. It's almost Memorial Day, so they're going to come around and put new flags in. That's why I'm putting this one back in instead of putting a new one in, because they will be by within the next couple of weeks and put a brand new one in. And here, see, it brightened up a little bit. Hopefully in a month it'll be a lot brighter. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and comment below. I'll see you later.